Where did it come from? Where did that question? It was just so random. I'm curious.
I'm just thinking it. I'm just saying, like,
I've thought it before though, because I've heard you talking about like you being neurodivergent, and a couple other creators that I know, and it's just almost like people have said it to me before, but like I've not formally looked into it. But like, I feel like I feel like I don't think the same as other people, and like I'm just a weirdo. Like I can just lock myself in and just listen to Youngboy for 6 weeks. It's not normal.
well, when you're,
I don't feel
I've
like
got one
Normal's not
question.
even the word, but like,
When you're interacting with people, like, do you just think? Are you thinking about what to do, or is it just like, oh, you know what I mean? I don't know if I asked that right.
yeah, kind of like analyzing all the weird stuff that maybe that you would think other people probably don't even deep.
But do you know what it is though? I feel like everyone has that element of, you know, weirdness in a sense. Like you'll be thinking certain things, but I don't know why they're just trying to diagnose everyone nowadays. Like you might just be normal. You just have weird thoughts.
I think
like,
a lot of people are trying to diagnose themselves though, partly to get an understanding, because it's almost like sometimes I feel like almost. I just feel like the way I think about things and the way I obsess over really random stuff and I fixate on certain details, and I just feel like other people don't relate to that. And sometimes I'm like, what is that? Like, what if I could put a name on that so I could understand it and move around it a bit better? Life would probably be a bit easier.
could it be passion? Perhaps I don't know. Because like me with music, for example, when I listen to music, I start with the instrumental first. Like I'm heavy and I'm hearing the little things that people won't hear, but that's just because I'm passionate about music. So it could just be passion. I don't know.
I think it's like passion, but it's almost like I feel like the levels I take it to is like
I was like, okay.
but I take it to an uncomfortable level. I feel sometimes when it's like something I struggle with is almost like certain details just kill me, and it's like even like with my team when we're making videos, and I'm just like, no, the text has to be read, or like this, like we have to have this part of the video, we have to explain this, or like we have to mention these Youngboy songs. If I don't mention these songs, this video is nothing.
Oh, okay.
And it's like people on my team just be like, it don't matter, it's not important, and it's kind of like, is it or isn't it? And like I'll just I don't know, I'll just get really wrapped up in like the most random details, or like I definitely obsess over things, like just in general, like in my personal life, or even like music wise, history wise, the things I'm into. I don't know. I was with you, right? You diagnosed autistic.
Asperger's syndrome.
And how do you go about like finding that out for a fact? Is it a process like they give you a quiz? Because I've heard people say this to me before, of like, oh, I've got autism. I did a quiz on a website, and I'm like,
It weren't a quiz.
is that official?
Nah, because I was because you know what it was. It's funny you asked me this, because in primary school I was obsessed with computers, bro. Like, I'll just write about computers. They say write a poem, write about computers. Write this, computers. It was a weird obsession. And there was this teacher, this Polish special needs teacher. She referred me to go get maybe diagnosed. Went to this place, go in a room like this with like 10 other kids. Well, my life, I don't even remember what we're doing. We're just talking about whatever, you know what I mean? And there was like a one-way glass of like 3 other people behind who were watching all of us, and then they came back and said, yeah, he's got Asperger's syndrome.
Nah, that sounds like a movie, like one of them
human error.
you just put like a lab. They put you all in a lab and
It's definitely not human error because
It could have been.
Nah, he definitely got that, bro.
6, 7 years old, yeah. How are you supposed to grow up as a normal kid?
Exactly.
because when
they put it into your
Nah,
head,
MJ,
bro.
it's because when I was growing up with it, it's like I didn't know what it was. Only my parents knew what it was, but I didn't really know what it was.
Yeah, but deeper now, people probably treat you different, or like you're gonna start thinking, oh,
You think
I'm
it's
actually weak, okay,
internal,
like,
yeah.
it's
You
internal.
think that you're different, but bro, I feel like all these-
But I know that
it's-
I'm different.
It's just names, bro. I feel like we're all the same, bro. Like your mind just ticks a bit different or something. Like that's what
how
makes
it
you a
actually is.
person,
I'm
bro.
crazy.
Yeah, that's what makes
It's
you
about
unique, like.
it's about understanding it, because knowing what it is, understanding it, it helps makes it easier for me to operate through life, bro. It's like, why do I hate eye contact? Why do I freaking hate eye contact?
Just
Why
your
do I obsess about
personality.
this? No, it's not. It's because I've got Asperger's syndrome, bro.
Oh, maybe. Yeah,
That's just the word that they put on it, right? Like that you're basically dealing with a differentiator in the way that you think about things. I feel like it's difficult because it's like people put the word normal on things, but it's like everything's normal. Everyone's normal at the end of the day. But then you got a certain version of it. Certain people are taller, people are shorter. Some people are better at football than other people. There's a million reasons why that might be, but I feel like having a putting a label on it. I think and I've been there before because I've been afraid of putting labels on myself. But at the same time, sometimes I do feel like if I could just get to the bottom of maybe why I think differently about things than other people, I could actually navigate my situation better. But I think a lot of people have a stigma on that, or they feel like, if I'm this, that means that like I can't do that. I don't think that's the way it should be, but it's like we all fall victim of like wanting to fit in with the group and be normal or be just like part of the group or whatever. But at the same time, also it's like I'm trying to not be average. I don't want to be an average person. That means you're different. Sometimes that means you do things that hold other people back, or you have challenges, disabilities, differences that you got to overcome, but then they can work them to your advantage and get more out of life. So it's like, it's something I've considered, but also like, I'm probably a bit scared to even like explore that, you know what I mean? Because I'll be worried that like, I might find out something that's like bad but that's probably not the right way to see it.
Nah, not at all. Because I embrace it, bro. I literally embrace it. A lot of people don't even know. People don't believe me when I told them.
But what does it actually change once they've told you? Because like, as you were saying, like maybe if you knew what it was, maybe you'll be able to operate or like know why you do this or know why you do that. But what is that really going to change?
Well, that's the
still
thing.
Going to do it. No?
It wouldn't change anything, but it changes things in terms of like, it'll probably give me peace of mind to just be like, okay, I got a slightly different way of thinking about things, and maybe there's a better way of me dealing with things based on my knowledge of if I've got a certain condition or if I've got a certain thinking pattern that maybe isn't the average, but at the same time, the word normal isn't the right word to use. But like, I respect it. I feel like you're inspiration the way that you're like, look, this is something that I've got, and this is something that I'm dealing with, and basically like I'm using it as an advantage. I'm not scared of it. I'm not going to shy away from it.
But this is what I'm getting at though, because what you're saying is true, yeah. But my thing about the whole labeling thing is that whether you know if you're autistic or you're not, you're still going to feel it because everyone's still going to feel the same way, whether you know if you're autistic or not. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's like knowing if you are something isn't going to actually change how you maneuver about it. Because as you said, like, do you, how to explain it? Do you do something like, okay, do you do something because you're autistic, as in like, or do you stop yourself from doing something because you're autistic, or do you do it? Yeah. Either way, you're not thinking about doing it or not doing it because you're autistic. You're thinking about how people are going to perceive you. So that's what controls how you do it or what you do. So the label doesn't really change anything.
Yeah, but the way I see it, right, is it's like people have said to me before, oh, you must be autistic because of how fucking dialed into this and that other thing you are. And like sometimes I've felt like, yeah, sometimes I find it hard to like, I mean, eye contact's an interesting one. Like, I definitely find it difficult sometimes to just like, to almost like not maintain, like to sort of maintain and like judge relationships with people. Just almost just like, is this guy fucking with me? Does this guy like me or does this guy hate me?
Yeah.
And just not really being able to tell. And sometimes just being like, it's just all long. I just want to fucking go and sit on my computer and look at some more Youngboy songs.
That's one of the biggest signs, bro. That's one of the biggest indicators. I can't lie.
No, but it's like, people have said that to me, but it's like,
Wait, also as well, sorry to cut you, but social cues as well. You know, do you struggle with like sarcasm or like just reading someone's face emotions without them saying anything, if that makes sense?
Sometimes I'm probably someone that overanalyze. Like someone might make a face and I'll be like, oh, does it mean this? Does it mean that? I'll just go off on a whole madness. And really it could either mean nothing or it could mean something quite simple. So I'm definitely an over-analysis person. I'm definitely someone like I leave an interaction and I'll just be thinking like, did that go well? Like, do they like? Are they feeling me or are they hating me or like did I play that the right way? Should I have spoken a bit more with a bit more like effort in that conversation, or should I have just been more chilled out? So I definitely overanalyze in general, but it's funny because I feel like it's a weird thing going on right now. Is I feel like a lot of people, I don't mean anything negative by this, but I feel like a lot of people think it's trendy to be autistic. And it's like, being autistic means that you're like locked in and that you're really analytical. And you see these guys on Instagram, it's like weaponized autism and shit. And it's kind of like, partly I'm kind of like, that's cool because it normalizes a condition that some people maybe would struggle to accept. But on the other hand, it's like, it's so weird because I've met certain people and they're almost like, I think I'm autistic. And it's like, why? And it's like, because like, I just say whatever I want whenever I want.
I'm saying, like, it's just,
I can't lie, that shit really pisses me off when people do that.
Because it's
it
kind
really
of like,
pisses me off.
I'm not sure that's exactly what it means. And then they're like, I think I'm autistic. I can say whatever I want whenever I want. And it's like, chill out. But I don't know.
Like people
I'm talking about people that aren't diagnosed, just people that have just seen it on TikTok.
That's what I'm saying. Like people even say to me, "Oh, you must have ADHD." And
well, you do though.
No, I don't know, bro.
Well, you do.
I might.
I
But, like,
diagnosed you. I'm a doctor.
If you had a diagnosis
It's like-
and they were like, look, we're going to diagnose you as ADHD and now you're going to be able to navigate this thing that you struggle with, would that not be a good thing, or would you rather not know?
I'm not struggling. That's the thing.
But you might be
It's
without
other,
realizing
it's
it.
other people that are saying to me, "Oh, you've definitely got it," but it's just like this is just me in my head. Like,
But do you struggle to pay attention to things? You know
pay
what I
attention
mean?
to what?
Like,
like-
get things done, finish things.
Yeah,
It depends
focus
what
on
it is.
something.
It depends on what it is. If I'm interested in it, then yeah, I'll do it. But
Like,
if
they have
it's
a
something
short
I don't-
attention span in general.
Depends what it is. In general, here and there, like no, like I love binge watching like series, movies, this and that. But then I also love scrolling through TikTok. So it's like it depends what it is.
You probably ain't got ADHD then. There's people with ADHD are literally they can't focus on things. Like it gets that
But
bad.
But that's the thing. This whole labeling thing, bro. I don't know. Like in my opinion, yeah. Like with you, if you never went and got diagnosed, I probably wouldn't say you're autistic, yeah, because there's other people that are struggling with autism in a much more different way. Like they, for example, they can't leave the house by themselves, like stuff like that. Do you get what I'm saying? So the whole labeling thing is I don't know innit?
You know what
in
it
my
is?
opinion, I don't know.
It's like we all fight our own battles mentally every day.
Mm-hmm.
For me to get to the point I am where people aren't able to clock, because bro, remember in secondary, like year 8 and that, I used to literally walk with my head down on the floor, bro,
Yeah,
looking down.
But
For me
I
to change
hear-
from that, like it's taken a lot of mental work. You know what I mean?
and I hear what you're
And
saying.
part of it
but
was
do you
me
think that's-
understanding what it is that I needed to overcome.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna have to disagree with you there, bro, because I used to do the same thing. I used to do, and that I wouldn't put that down to autism. I'll just put that into maybe lack of self-confidence, like in yourself. Like maybe you think people are judging you, or maybe it's anxiety. Like, you know what I'm saying? You never actually, there's so many factors that can come into play on what you are, what they want to put you as type of thing in it. So I wouldn't say that that was autism, in my opinion.
But I feel like sometimes accepting a diagnosis or accepting a certain way, a condition, can give you confidence to be like, you know what I just believe? I just feel like a lot of people like aren't happy with who they are, whether it's you've got a condition you don't want to have, or maybe it's you don't have it. Maybe you feel like you do want to have certain attributes. But I feel like everyone should just try and be more happy and accepting of who they are, whether they got autism, whether they got depression, whether they got one leg, like whatever it is, anything that you're dealing with in life, whether you're the most handsome 6'5" guy in the whole world, but you just got no confidence, like everyone should just try and accept themselves and accept each other. Like I wouldn't deep it if someone said to me they've got autism or ADHD or bipolar or whatever. It's like, you know what, like if whatever gets you the best result for your life and understanding and comfortable in your own skin, like, I'll just want to support that in it. I wouldn't put down what anyone else's condition is or anything like that. Like we all deal with our own problems, so I mean, I've got
You hit
respect
on
for
the
that.
head on that one. Well, man, I'm sorry to like change up the topic here, but I just remember this. We were talking about it off camera. Yeah, he was telling me how like sometimes you deal with some rappers and shit, and like they'll be talking about making a video, and then they're like they'll hit you up being like, "Oh, bro, you went too federal with it."